fact that there are hunting rifles, or rifles, I should say, just non-military rifles that are available for you. They don't shoot lasers or anything like that, and they have more than one per person. And aside from that, very little. I mean, you are wearing uh, tough clothing. Um, there's the option to wear the armor that they call jack, which is basically leather or reinforced clothing. Mbira is wearing it. Sufan is not. And so it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll take any picture I can.
Yeah. And so then of course there are the filter masks. So you get to wear, cool techno masks. And they will last for probably a day. So there's a pack of them. There's some camping equipment packed into the Jeep as well, and a medical kit.
Could I take a spare mask?
I don't see why not.
Yeah. I'm a cautious fellow after my years.
Right. And then also the driver is Boyce.
So we are a group of 4 or 5?
The 5.
Just below
the. What is that?
Just below the leader size.
Oh,
we might. We might wiggle it. We might wiggle it a little just to make the leader skill mean something.
Okay.
But it does factor into the surprise rules, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. That's
leadership
a plus
tactics.
Yeah, that's true. Which is why we will check for an encounter. Right. So it's going to be for the element of surprise, range, terrain. Okay. I seem to remember that the encounter section was here, and the question was first whether an encounter occurs. And 1/3 chance. There we go. Okay. So the first thing is whether there's an encounter on your first approach out of the ship into the plains. And then once while the band is traveling and once while the band is halted for rest. Okay. So first of all, 5 or 6, there is an encounter. And then our next question is, which creature is it? It turns out to be that creature. Let me go to.
I'm not calm at all. I'm like more or less hyperventilating.
Brief.
Now.
It's just going to be like in the army, where you spend the last 4 years.
So then the next question has to do with surprise. And so the way we roll surprise is that we each roll a d6, and if one side beats the other by 3 or more, then they get surprise. And it just so happens that for this creature being in its own territory, I'm just going to mandate all the creatures get +1.
Exactly.
That's fair.
And
it's both together?
For the group.
It's for the group.
So you can roll it because
go ahead.
Plus your leadership plus tactics, I think.
Can you apply leadership on that?
Well, I believe that
according to the table.
Yeah, according to the table, if you have leader skill or tactical skill, each gives you +1.
computer right? I only have leadership, but I have leader 2.
That doesn't
Oh,
matter, just plus,
you did not have tactics.
No.
but you
No.
do have leader, and so that's +1
Yeah,
to
okay.
this roll.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how much leader you have.
Okay.
So that means that we each have +1, which puts us back in the.
Yeah. Military experience +1.
I mean-
Yeah, well, hardly any, but it says.
In a vehicle
right.
-1, so that's +1.
Yeah, that's right. We're in a vehicle, and then
Yeah.
so the military and vehicle cancel out,
Yeah.
leaving you with the leader.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. 2.
So you get a 3.
3.
I
Yeah,
get a
6.
6.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys are surprised.
Yeah.
So this is actually a little bit of a problem.
Yes, the
I
nice
can't
thing is that
believe.
yes,
Okay, so
it can last for
here
several
then
rounds.
we do our
Oh.
encounter range. Encounters, specifically dependent on the 2 dice roll. Okay. So determine from the range table, from the terrain DM table. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so it's +3 on this roll for the range of the when the creature spots you.
Oh,
right, yes.
Because it's surprise, it's about when it sees you. And so it sees you at so it's +3 because it's this wide open plain.
It could be friendly or non-hostile, and then it
Sure. I won't count
it
it.
would get.
I have a roll about this,
Yes, I
as
know.
you imagine.
I'm
I'm sure there is.
trying to get our hopes up.
Okay, so medium range. And so
You say we are food.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
No, I say it's food.
Okay.
medium range is still only about 50 meters away.
That's enough.
Pretty close, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And so
But if it's on this rugged terrain, I guess.
And so, well, it's wide open, but so it spots you. So now, here is the interesting thing. We see what it's inclined to do.
Yes.
And so I'm going to roll. I have a chance for it since it is a certain kind of animal, I roll attack first. If it doesn't attack, then I roll for flee.
Oh.
Ah.
And then if it doesn't do that either, then it basically just keeps doing what it's doing in
Okay.
its place. As it turns out, this thing is
Yeah.
really quite inclined to attack, and
It does.
it's going to attack you. So basically, you're driving along, and this thing is sort of
Yes.
creeping along, you know.
How do you mean that? We drove on it. To it.
No, I'm looking down at my rifle and fiddling with it and muttering to myself,
Sure.
being
Yes,
being really nervous.
Okay.
You can hear that this is a really bad idea.
Now,
Yeah.
since its speed, as it happens, is the same as a person's,
Mhm.
it's not like you're driving very fast.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is that it's not going to suddenly appear, you know, at lightning speed.
Okay.
And so it may elect to move closer or run at approximately double speed, which means it would move from 1 range bands. So it's at 2 range bands, and it needs to get 2 there. It can go 2 range bands, counted as a combat blow, prohibiting the character from attacking that round. Interesting. So it's basically going to get close to you.
Yes, and because it's got the surprise, we're
It'll rear up out of nowhere.
Yes.
But I think that it might or might not kill its surprise, but maybe not.
I think it doesn't. But
yeah, I think
this
since it's maintaining its
Yeah,
surprise, hasn't done anything to reveal itself. That means it sees you and does a swift movement. Now, to let you know, so we can visualize, this is an omnivore. It is a hunting omnivore, as opposed to several other kinds that it might be. Its weight is small. It's not tiny, but it's wolf-sized or so. or well, that wolf's pretty big. It's smaller than that. And but it's not like a little animal.
It's definitely a threat.
Yeah, and I'm also a little curious. Did it ever say anything about its animal size, range and size? Right. Okay. Expressed on the table in kilograms. Yeah, exactly.
Finally!
1977.
People
in the U.S.
That's all right.
Yeah,
This
this
is common in science fiction, isn't it? Metric system.
well, especially engineer type people, right?
Okay.
There was a very specific. They were trying to teach the metric system at this time when I was, and it was sort of presented as sort of interesting and exotic, wave of the future,
right,
very futuristic.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And so
From the
it's kind of like,
Enlightenment.
we should know this. All these other people seem to be talking about it. Maybe we ought to.
The French Revolution.
Yeah. That's funny. So just to tell you, it is 25 kilograms.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to kind of do with my hands.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, a big cat is very good.
A big badger.
Right. Not a pouncing cat,
Yeah.
but a pursuing kind of animal.
But an omnivore, so.
And so here we are. Oh, look at that.
Badger. Yeah.
Like you said, a badger or like a.
I hate to tell you
Tiny
this, but given its attacks, it has to have some kind of extensible grappling.
I like that.
Yeah, it's gotta have like tentacles and
Yeah.
snatch.
And that factors into the surprise rules.
Oh yeah.
As long as we don't.
It's going to
Yeah. Surely nothing happened.
It did.
So therefore, in our next round, since it has surprise, back to our little surprise bit, it basically means that it gets to attack. It may attack with surprise swings, blows, and shots. Oh, and by the way, it used up one endurance
Yes.
for its sprint
Oh.
to get to you. So I just.
It goes down. You use it.
You know, you got as many
Swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the double run.
Okay,
It
cost you
That
one.
counts you one.
Nice.
It's like
Yeah.
one action.
Okay.
And so,
Action thing. Okay.
They use different terminology.
I was thinking about going his characteristic of Angelos down by one,
Mm-hmm.
which is exactly the same.
No, it's not hurt anymore. They're just exerting.
okay, the question is who it's going to get.
Well, as usual.
Let's run it.
Right.
Run it.
Okay, so it's going to be in order: Mbira, Sufan, Buis, and then Mike, and then Jones.
Yes.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Does the vehicle count as one as well?
And
Could be funny.
and so I will roll this and I will subtract 1.
Yeah.
And that will tell us who. If it's a 1, then I roll again.
Yes.
Or I just say 2 through 6.
1 to 5 and close as well.
Roll again.
Roll again.
Oh, it's me.
Right.
I was number 5.
Right. True. So yeah, I was about to say why not 1 to 5 and re-roll on 6.
Yeah.
Should I do that?
But no, you didn't
Doesn't
say
matter.
that.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
Yes.
Okay. So its attack is 8 plus. It doesn't have. Does it? Does it have a +1? Oh, it does have a +1 on that, but it doesn't have. Okay, so no pluses on its attack, but these seizing tentacles
Yes.
with backward curving elements, maybe not spikes entirely, but
Versus
backward curving
Jack.
elements. Yes, and so we go here to our table. This is what they call a thrasher attack.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a kind of creature that grabs you and shakes you and pounds you into submission, right? So
That's why I did a quick gym.
yes, I am sorry to say that the thrasher attack is the worst of all of them.
Oh, I'm very happy.
It's extremely nasty. So it's +7 to the roll.
Yeah.
What?
I seem to be only rolling at one end or the other today.
Wow!
Yeah. So
Oh.
let's see how this goes.
Don't die on the first encounter.
Well,
Yeah.
this
So
is-
how many damage die?
Well, this is the question. Its damage is that it actually no, it was right here. It doesn't have a special. Hold on, I'm trying to look up wounds.
Yes, I'll try to.
And
think
so first of all, that's the modification, and so that's all we've got is for that table. So we have definitely hit close range for the actually. Boy, do all of those weapons and range. So the target. Oh my God! So it had a +5 for range and a +7 for the armor.
Yes.
Yeah. And so then, which is insane. I mean, oh, but wait, what is your brawling though? Would be a defense. Remember?
Yes, but I got 0.
Okay, so then,
Just your
and then
armor.
this is going to be that. Okay, now, its damage is in another table.
Oh, right here, range matrix. It's Thrasher against.
+5.
Is it at close range?
Yeah, yeah.
So close range is it that's like touching?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's +5.
Right, and then against the jack, it's +7.
Yes.
So it's unless you are
And it does it inflicts 2 wounds.
right. That's what I'm looking for right now.
Yeah, that's on
Where
page
is it?
7.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So 2D,
Yeah.
and this one doesn't have.
And that's
Oh wait, wounds.
randomized.
Wounds +1D.
Okay.
Oh gosh!
Uh huh.